everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday so far. It's another beautiful day out, which is so exciting. I hope you guys are having good afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys are having the best Tuesday ever. It's so nice out again. And today I picked this beautiful book. It is called The Day You Begin, and the author, or the person who wrote the story for us, is a woman called Jacqueline Woodson, and it's illustrated by Rafael Lopez. And the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures to go along with the story. And these are really, really beautiful pictures. I can't wait to show you guys. Okay. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. Do any of you have curly hair? I know some of our friends in pre-K have curly hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words come out of your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. So Venezuela is a whole different country. We live in the United States, right? And this little boy lived in a country called Venezuela. And he left that country in his home and came to the United States. So he speaks a different language. And when he talks in English, he has what's called an accent. So the kids who've never heard his accent before think he might talk a little funny, and that's why they're laughing. But is that nice? Let's think about it and keep reading. Rigoberto from Venezuela. Your teacher says so softly and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming, the first bright notes of a song. So his teacher said his name so nicely and softly and gently that he's starting to feel a little bit better, even though everyone laughed at him. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller, when the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer? Tell the class your story." "We went to France," Chayla says. "These shells came from a beach in Maine." A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. "My whole family went to India. Mine went to Spain. We went to South Carolina." Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey. The kids' travels go on and on. So all of the kids in her class each went somewhere different for summer vacation. And a souvenir is just a little gift that you bring back when you visit somewhere new. This is a really pretty page. I think you guys are gonna like it. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb and your days spent at home caring for your little sister who made you laugh out loud and hugged you so hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. And in that room where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? So she didn't go anywhere for her summer vacation. She stayed at home and she read books and hung out with her little sister. There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. So they're all looking at her because she's eating something for lunch that they have never seen or tried before. Is that nice? Let's see. Maybe the book will tell us how this little girl is feeling. When even your own friend Nadia will wrinkle her nose and ask, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most important food in the world. So her friend Nadia is eating a sandwich for lunch, which a lot of kids in our pre-K class, they eat lots of sandwiches. Do any of you guys eat sandwiches? Do any of you guys eat rice? Have any of you had kimchi? I'm not sure what that is, but I've never had it, but I would try it. Would any of you try it? There will be times when the climbing bars are too high. The run is too fast and too far, and the game isn't one you can really play. I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later. So how do you guys think this little boy is feeling over here? When all of his friends are playing together and they're saying, "You can just watch. We don't want you on our team. Maybe later." How would that make you feel? Would it make you feel good? Or would it make you feel bad? And think about that too while we read our next page. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. So since all of his friends are playing together and they told him, "Not now, we don't want to play with you, maybe later," he's all the way over here, all by himself. How do you think he's feeling? Can you see the look on his face? Has anybody ever told you, "Not right now, we can play later"? How did it make you feel? Let's keep reading. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't know what you're ready for. So in this page, he's standing up here all by himself. But if you look in the water, what do you see? What do you see? If we flip the book upside down, now how is he looking? How's his face look? So even though his friend said, no, we don't want to play with you, maybe later, we don't want you on our team. When he walks to the water and looks down, he realizes he is all he needs. Because he's still brave and he's still strong. Right? Right. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister. You tell the class, your voice stronger than it was moments ago. We read books and told stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. So now that she's sharing what she did for the summer, she's starting to realize that she had so much fun with her sister. And sometimes when you read books, it's kind of like a little escape, and you get to go somewhere new or read about somewhere new, and it's almost like a little vacation. Your name is like my sister's, Roberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside of you, in your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travels, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you, and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed that book. Did you learn anything good from it? I did. Even though I'm a grown-up, I'm an adult, sometimes there are situations where I have to walk into a room where I don't know anybody, no one looks like me, and sometimes people are speaking a different language. But, like in our story, even if you're scared, or even if you're looking at all of these different people or all of these different friends and they have all these cool stories, or maybe they have something you don't have, or maybe they look the way that you wish you looked, at the end of the day, there's no one else like you, just like there's no one else like me or Miss Molly, right? And that's a good thing. So even though sometimes you might feel a little sad, or like you're left out, or like things just aren't going the way you want them to, if you open up about things, you might realize that everything you have is everything that you could ever need, and you don't need all the other things that everybody else has, because you have you, and that is the best thing ever to have. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!